Morning YouTube, it is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle Happy Medium, and we're back in the office as you can see. And in this video up for discussion today, or this video tutorial, we're going to talk about this word, static, coming in from a viewer's question and a couple of viewers' questions or comments that I seen on my awareness video, which I'll stick at the end. We're going to talk about static. What is it? Why is it there? And what can we do or understand this more and maybe stop it if needs be? Now, I spoke about static a little while ago, and for me personally, it's coming from a psychic ability. Now, when we're first working is the developing medium, we're producing a lot of psychic energy. Now, this psychic energy over time, and I've talked about this also, is where we're starting at this parameter. So here's a shift of the mind, here's the spirit world, here's the psychic ability. I hope you can all see that there. And when we're first starting out, the majority of us are starting here, working between the psychic ability, shift of the mind, a little bit over to mediumistically, then coming back. As we develop this psychic ability more, we become more and more mediumistic. So with that, basically what the static does is it's a connection to us developing the psychic ability. And over time, as I say, when we first start, we start here, but then eventually we start to move further and further over to where we become more and more mediumistically. And the psychic energy sort of drops off. So let's say, here's the medium. My excellent art drawing as always. Here's the auric field. And as we're sitting in the power, or as we're developing mediumistically, sorry for my back to the camera there, as we're developing mediumistically, we're tuning this auric field. We're using this ability to be able to use the mind, because remember, it's all a shift of the mind, it's a thought of the mind. We're developing the shift of the mind, or we're developing the energy field in order so that we can then use the mind more through the power of the thought. As I've said before, and as I'll say again, it has to be our power. So the energy we produce through the shift of the mind takes us to the spirit world. Without the development of the energy field, we won't be able to use that power when we come to work for the spirit world, because it's our power that pushes the thought, which puts the mind to the spirit world. So when people talk to me about static, static is normally where there's been a development, or is going on a development of your mediumistic abilities. Now, what it also could mean is it needs to be more work done on the self. Now, this energy could be a little staticky because you're doing some work is in respect of positive affirmance. Your energy, as in particular you, the medium, is working on inner work. Inner work is shadow work, so it's how you react, the way you react, doing things differently the way you once did them before. And as a consequence of that, because we're changing and remapping the mind, the energy field of you is also going to change as well, which will also be a little staticky. Another thing, and I've got to give this one, as much as many may not agree, and I appreciate that, so, wherever it is that you sit within these parameters, whether this agrees with you or not, it can also be where people's tapping into your energy field. Your energy's not locked off. So you are sporadically just giving your energy to anybody and anything that comes within your auric field. Now, this is again down here. It's got nothing to do with the spirit world, so I just need to put that one out there. This can be psychics tapping in to the auric field, being nosy. Now, lots of people might understand this. So you may get like little electric shocks, or you may feel this incredible pull, like a snap. If you've got an elastic band and it snaps back onto your hand, it gives you like that like zapping feeling. That to me is normally when somebody's trying to link in psychically, either without your permission, which does go on, or you've got somebody trying to link in psychically, obviously not mediumistically. So you need to be monitoring of that. If you've got these things going on, you need to be looking at how you can lock your energy off. Now, there's a couple of ways. I have talked about this on some of the lives, so I'll give it this. You can use your white light. That's what the white light was given for. It wasn't given for mediumistic, it was given for a psychic ability. You could also use the power of the mind, so the intention of my energy's mine, belongs to me, X, Y, and Z. Whatever sort of wording you want to put in there in the blanks, go for it, as long as it's going to help you. Also, You can use your crystals, your bracelets, you know, these types of things. But remember, you're putting your intention to a crystal, not so much, which really is only the intention which you put in your mind. So you've got to sort of think about that when you're using them sort of things there, especially again with the white light as well. Again, it's only a visual. Remember, it's still really an intention base of the mind. But that's normally what it is when you start getting them zappings, or you start getting that sort of electrical shock, or you start getting these sort of sporadic sort of zap things. It's normally where there's been some kind of link into the energy, or somebody's trying to link to your auric field, or you've blended your auric field with another person, and then as you've drawn your energy field back, there's been a snap as the two energies have separated there. So there's some of the hints and tips that I can give you for static. Static's a bit like rough sandpaper. And again, when I'm working psychically, and I have spoke about this in a video, I will get a lot of this static. It normally tells me that I've got a couple of mechanics I have for if my mind is dropping from the spirit world. I normally feel it, but I also may also get another feeling of static where my mind's come too much more back to the earth world, and my mind needs to go back towards the spirit world. And that can be another sort of hint and tip I can give you there. It's a bit like sandpaper. You'll feel it. It's like this sort of bit like white noise, you know, like you see on the telly and stuff, like it's and you'll feel it, or it feels like rough sandpaper, running sandpaper and things across your hand. That's another sort of feeling. You may also get this coldness. So many people have spoken to me about the coldness under there, as if, you know, you sat on a concrete block for a couple hours and your bum gan's a bit numb, you know, that one. Some people have talked to me about that one, asked me what that is. That's normally an indication for me I've got somebody standing a little too close within the spiritual world. So for all, it is all of the mind. I might not pick it up. I might not have picked it up with my mind, and it's actually been impressed upon my body. So that communicator is working more with my external body more than my internal mind. And that can be where the loved ones are just a little too close. Or I've got people nibbing. I've got to be honest. That can also be another sort of hint and tip that I can give you there as well. These are just hints and tips from my parameters. You may have your interpretation of them. So, you know, but somebody did ask me what this static was, so I have to give that there. It is a development of the auric field of the self, but also the psychic ability. That's a number one top priority. A couple of the ones are just hints and tips and mechanics I've picked up over the years to sort of help me understand this question a little bit more. I've been Danielle, better known as Danielle, a happy medium. I am live this Thursday coming, so a couple of days, probably way less than 6 days. You know how it goes. Also, I've got a couple of new Zoom classes coming up. If you certainly want to get involved in them, everything's in the description box below. It is Friday, so I will see you all on Tuesday. I might say is Monday though as well. There will be a reload of another video. 2 of the videos YouTube just didn't like. It just went a bit weird and people couldn't watch them. So if there's been some reproducing of videos, please don't worry about that. It's just that YouTube decided it didn't like them ones for some unholy reason. I don't know why. It has been a big glitch of YouTube lately, so it might just be a bug or something somewhere. But yeah, I hope you have a great day. I hope this video has been informative. Light up the comments box. Let me know how it goes for you, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.